Welcome back to the channel, wanderlusters and culture enthusiasts. We're thrilled to have you join us once again for another deep dive into the fascinating world of international customs and etiquette, where we turn "I'm so polite" into "Wait, am I the problem?" Because let's face it, sometimes our best intentions get lost in translation. We've all been there, haven't we? That moment of cultural collision when you realize your understanding of politeness might not be universal, in under 10 minutes. So grab your notebooks, sharpen your cultural awareness, and prepare for a whirlwind tour of German customs. Today, we're diving into Germany, a country steeped in history, tradition, and a unique approach to social interactions. The land of bread, with its countless varieties and regional specialties, a true testament to German culinary artistry. Beer, a beverage so deeply ingrained in German culture that it's practically a national treasure, and behaviors that'll have Americans clutching their pearls. Prepare to have your preconceived notions challenged and your understanding of polite thoroughly re-evaluated. If you're an American traveler with oversized luggage, struggling to navigate cobblestone streets and crowded train platforms, and a need for small talk, buckle up. Because you're about to enter a world where silence is golden and directness reigns supreme. This mockumentary is your crash course for surviving German manners, a survival guide to navigating the nuances of German social etiquette. We're here to decode those rude things Germans do, those behaviors that might seem off-putting or even offensive to the unsuspecting American tourist. Except, plot twist, hold on to your lederhosen. They're not actually rude. It's all about perspective, cultural context, and understanding the subtle differences in how societies express respect and consideration. Let's get into it. Prepare to have your mind blown and your travel experiences forever transformed. Let's kick things off with not smiling at strangers. In America, not grinning at someone on the street is suspicious. In Germany, it's normal. Germans treat random smiles like spam emails. Suspicious at best. They're not mad or sad. They're just efficient with their facial muscles. If you're giving off, "Hey neighbor," energy, expect a look that says, "What's wrong with this guy?" It's not them, it's just cultural differences. Bottom line, save your smiles for selfies. Navigating the nuances of global communication can sometimes feel like traversing a minefield. Different cultures have vastly different approaches to expressing themselves, and what might be perfectly acceptable in one country could be considered rude or even offensive in another. Next up, German communication. It's a style characterized by its directness, its efficiency, and its unwavering commitment to honesty. Forget beating around the bush. Germans tend to get straight to the point. Americans love a compliment sandwich, a little bit of praise followed by constructive criticism, and then finished off with another layer of positive reinforcement. It's a way of softening the blow and making feedback more palatable. Germans, they serve feedback straight, no sides, no fluff, no sugarcoating, just the unvarnished truth delivered with precision and clarity. Imagine your German colleague says, "This report is wrong." That's it. No lengthy explanation, no apologies, just a simple statement of fact. No small talk, no sugarcoating. The focus is on efficiency and accuracy, not on preserving feelings. It's not an attack, just the truth, served with a large glass of "deal with it." It might seem harsh to some, but it's rooted in a culture that values honesty and directness above all else. If you're sensitive, Germany will toughen you up fast. You'll quickly learn to separate the message from the delivery and to appreciate the value of straightforward communication. You'll get honest feedback, whether you want it or not. It's part of the culture, and it's often intended to be helpful, even if it doesn't always feel that way. Don't take it personally when someone tells you your shoes are ugly. They're just being helpful, or maybe bored. Either way, you'll know exactly where you stand. And in the world of international business, that kind of clarity can be invaluable. Small talk is basically extinct in Germany. That friendly, "How's your day?" at the checkout, not a thing. Germans don't do chit-chat or want to know about your grandma's schnauzer. If you ask, "How are you?" you might get a shrug or a one-word answer. That's not bad customer service, it's just service. Words are for important things, like ordering food or discussing bread. If you need to fill every silence, bring a podcast, or learn to enjoy the sweet sound of nothing. In Germany, punctuality isn't just a preference, it's practically a national sport. Being 5 minutes late is social arson. It's a cultural faux pas of the highest order. signaling disrespect and a lack of consideration for others' time. It's a deeply ingrained value woven into the fabric of daily life. Americans, on the other hand, often have a more relaxed approach. They might call it making an entrance, a way to subtly announce their arrival and perhaps even garner a bit of attention. There's a certain casualness, a sense that being a few minutes behind schedule isn't the end of the world. But to Germans, such behavior is often seen as unforgivable. It's a sign of poor planning, a lack of respect, and a general disregard for the importance of time. You might be met with stern faces, disapproving glances, and perhaps even a subtle shake of the head. If dinner's at 7, don't even think about showing up at 7:05. That 5-minute window of tardiness simply doesn't exist in the German mindset, unless you want to be on the receiving end of some seriously disapproving stares. Prepare for a silent yet potent wave of judgment. Punctuality isn't just a good habit. It's a moral obligation, a fundamental aspect of being a responsible and considerate member of society. It's right up there with other civic duties, like recycling, or enjoying a perfectly brewed beer, another cherished aspect of German culture. Germans will literally sprint to avoid being even a single minute late. They will go to great lengths to adhere to the schedule. Americans might shrug and say, "Sorry, traffic," as a catch-all excuse. But Germans? They're more likely to say, with a hint of exasperation, "You should have left yesterday." Planning ahead is key. So, if you're planning a trip to Germany, set not 1, not 2, but 3 alarms. And for good measure, synchronize your watches with the atomic clock. If you find yourself arriving early, don't just waltz right in. Wait outside, take a deep breath, and rehearse your apology, just in case. Because in Germany, time waits for absolutely no one. It marches on with unwavering precision, and you'd better keep up. Let's talk about doors. In the US, holding the door is a competitive sport. In Germany, door closes, fend for yourself. You might reach for the handle, bam, door shuts in your face. No apology. It's not rudeness, it's efficiency. Why hold a door when you could be doing literally anything else? If you're used to thank yous for random kindness, prepare for disappointment. Just open your own door. It's not personal, it's just efficient. Tipping in Germany? Optional at best. Americans treat tipping like a math test. Germans? Sometimes you round up, sometimes you don't. Servers are paid a living wage. Shocking, I know. No guilt trip, no judgment, just efficient service. If you must tip, round up to the nearest euro and move on. Your wallet will thank you. Even if your server doesn't. No need to stress over percentages. Just enjoy your meal. Jaywalking in Germany is a cardinal sin. In the US, crossing on red is a sport. In Germany, it's social suicide. Even at an empty intersection, everyone waits for the green man. Take one step forward, and you'll get the death stare. If there are kids nearby, you're now a bad influence. The little green man is law. Wait for his blessing. Patience is a survival skill here. Public transport in Germany is basically a library. In America, the bus is for phone calls and stories. In Germany, silence. Everyone's reading, listening to music, or staring into the void. Talk above a whisper, and you're the entertainment. Even sneezing too loud feels criminal. Turn your phone to silent and enjoy the peace. Your fellow passengers will thank you. Let's talk money. In the States, we tap and swipe. In Germany, cash is king. Walk into a cafe, pull out your card, and get a look that says, Monopoly money. That card reader is just for decoration. Splitting the bill? Germans make exact change like it's an Olympic sport. Hit up an ATM before you go. Cash isn't just accepted, it's expected. The cold truth, no ice in German drinks. Order a Coke, expect a glacier, get room temperature sadness. Maybe one lonely cube if you're lucky. Americans love their drinks ice cold. Germans, coolish is fine. Ask for extra ice, get a blank stare. Sip slowly and embrace the lukewarm lifestyle. In Germany, the only thing chilling is the vibe. Sundays in Germany are for absolutely nothing. Stores closed, malls empty. It's like the country hits snooze. Need groceries? Too bad. Germans take their day of rest seriously. If you're used to 24/7's convenience, prepare for withdrawal. Stock up on snacks and embrace the stillness. Or just go outside and touch some grass. In Germany, asking for free water at a restaurant gets you confusion and maybe a bill. Americans expect bottomless ice water. In Germany, you pay for still or sparkling. Free refills? Not a thing. If you're parched, bring a water bottle, or embrace dehydration as part of the experience. Hydration comes at a price, literally. Welcome to pay to drink. In Germany, staring isn't rude, it's a pastime. Americans avoid eye contact. Germans, they'll lock eyes and never look away. It's a staring contest you never agreed to. You just exist. And that's interesting enough. It's not judgment or flirting, it's just staring. Stare back if you're bold or just accept it. Next time you're being watched, don't panic. You're just in Germany. Footwear rules: shoes off at the door or face social exile. You'll be handed slippers faster than you can say Guten Tag. Show up in muddy sneakers and watch the horror unfold. Germans love clean floors more than punctuality. Upgrade your sock game. Holes not welcome. Bonus points for bringing your own slippers. Ditch the kicks and embrace the slipper life. Last but not least, apologies. In America, bump into someone and you apologize. In Germany, you bump, you move on. No harm, no foul, no sorry. Germans don't see the need for constant apologies. Why say sorry when you could just not? If you're waiting for an Entschuldigung, don't hold your breath. Just keep walking and pretend it never happened. It's not rude. It's just German. There you have it. 15 rude German behaviors that are really just cultural quirks. Once you get used to them, you'll wonder why you ever waited for a refill or apologized for existing. Embrace the German way. Enjoy the directness, the silence, and maybe even a lukewarm drink. Traveling is about stepping outside your comfort zone, and with these tips, you'll blend in no time. Thanks for watching. Drop a like, hit subscribe, and ring that bell for more sarcastic travel wisdom.